Well, racial bias and discrimination in the Ferguson Police Department, those were findings of a federal report out this week. Is it only in Ferguson? President Obama says it's everywhere. Watch.
I don't think that is typical of what happens across the country, but it's not an isolated incident. Individuals or entire departments may not have the training or the accountability to make sure that they're protecting and serving all people and not just some.
Is that true? Is white racism the biggest problem in America's police departments and poor communities? Well, we are honored to be joined this morning by Dr. Alveda King. She's the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King and a brand new Fox News contributor, and we're really glad to have you here this morning. Dr. King, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you. How are you this morning?
Oh,
thank you.
Couldn't be better. So some are saying that the president's plan is to basically nationalize police departments under the justification that they are irretrievably racist and therefore need to be run by the Justice Department. Do you think that's a wise thing to do?
I've been talking to Milwaukee Sheriff David Clark, New York Police Chief Ed Mullins, working with Restore the Dream 2015, and in my work with Priests for Life, I go all across the country. And so these kinds of outbursts and issues are occurring all over the country, but the real solution is bringing heart back to the people, to the police departments, because, you know, when it's revenue driven, when you tell officers that they have to write so many tickets, make so many arrests, they begin not to see people. When you tell people, be afraid of these folks, you know, they forget that they're there to protect us. So the answer is to not privatize or nationalize the police services, but to really look at what the systemic issues are and work on those systemic issues.
Certainly giving ticket quotas seems like not a good way to serve the public. So the 50th anniversary of the March in Selma, Alabama is coming up, and you're headed down there. As you prepare to go down and you think about how the country has changed in these past 50 years, what do you think?
I remember my dad, of course, marched on the Edmund Pettus Bridge on Bloody Sunday. My mother's very close friends with Viola Luizio's daughter, who was killed a few days later in Selma because she just went down to help. And so when I think about the right to vote, we do have the right to vote, but voters now are sometimes apathetic or angry. I don't want anyone to give up hope. And, you know, back then we were fighting about skin color and being able to vote because our skin was brown, but now there are 55+ million of people who will never get to vote because of legal abortion at 73. So I will be marching for the babies. I'll be remembering the sacrifices that my dad, Reverend A.D. King, my uncle, M.L. Martin Luther King Jr. made, and Congressman John Lewis, for instance, so many, Viola. But I want to remember now that the vote is still very important and that it has to be protected at all, you know, in any means, by any means.
Alveda King, thanks a lot for joining us, and welcome to Fox. We're really glad to have you.
Thank you so much.